It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He was terrific last week, racking up the receiving yards and reaching the end zone. It's the Caps and the Thunderbirds on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Caps of Buenos Aires taking on the Thunderbirds of Rio de Janeiro. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Ball again on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Lawrence. Short throw caught by Pitts. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Ball again on 2nd down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now it's Burrow. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
In motion right is Pittman. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 61 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Now it's Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37th. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Burrow will throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow on the left side. Gallup's got it. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Now Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Burrow looking to pass. It's caught, block it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
One more time with Hall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the 1st half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now Burrow on first down. They lock it with a grab over the middle. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Option play, here's Hall.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
They'll drop to throw.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Left side complete to Lockett. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Sly able to put this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
22 yards there, a first down.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And to throw again is Lawrence. This is caught. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Caps have cut it back within a score.
We always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now it's Burrow. Returning right back to Lockett. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both get...
And now off to the races down the right side.
He's on his way. He's across midfield.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out, because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Captain. He's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now
there he goes, right side.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Vasquez. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up, and you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Brees Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Now Lawrence to throw. And going right back to Pittman.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2 yards on the play. And the point is Ari's 1st down.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. The toss here completed to Pittman.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now Lawrence. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin in the birthplace of rock and roll, Memphis, Tennessee, where you see the final score there. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. Josh Allen, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They go play action with Lawrence. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
At the 39-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, having over 20 yards.
Waste of time.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And this one's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And that is
It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it with Hall off the option.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And a real first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, right back to Hall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. Now Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down.
Now Lawrence. Throw right side, Wilson.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return.
Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Hall again on second down.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
109 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They go play action with Burrow.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Fox.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
From the gun to give to Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They've just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like forward down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
Lawrence is throwing into the hands of Pitts here.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Lawrence.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down. Now Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's Fox. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Now Hall to start the drive.
He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now Burrow down around his goal line.
He finds his man complete. It's Vasquez. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line.
121 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Paul again.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 1st down. Here's Burrow. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They go play action with Lawrence. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Vasquez. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow will throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Lawrence.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Lawrence will throw.
And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
144 yards rushing for him now to this point.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Burrow. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Thunderbirds look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And that's caught at the 2. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 15. 1:50 to play. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's caught by Pitts.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt. Yeah, certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Fox.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. That time, a 6-play drive.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the home team here, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a good first month, but they'll fall